Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thanks for stopping by. I hope that you will consider subscribing, like and share my videos, and follow me on social media. I have left all the links to my social media in the description box below. So today we are going to be doing some more canning. We've taken a little bit of a break from canning. I've tried to put some things up that I thought you guys would be interested in for the holidays, in particular for Thanksgiving. So we've done some other cooking things, but today we're going to get back to some canning. I know you all love that. This recipe is going to be fast and furious, and it's going to be really simple, but I chose it for a number of reasons. We're going to be canning what I'm going to call infused honey. Ball refers to it as spiced honey, but I chose this recipe because, number one, cold and flu season is coming upon us, and honey, the ingredients that are in this recipe are fantastic for colds and flus. Now, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional, just a mom who understands the things that can make you feel better when you're feeling a little under the weather. Honey, lemon, cinnamon, and clove, all four of those are fantastic when you're not feeling your best. Plus, I'm a tea drinker. I love to drink tea, and I always sweeten my tea with honey. So this was a no-brainer for me when I found this recipe. I was really excited. I thought it'd be great to have on my shelf. I also thought, the reason I picked it is I also thought that it would be fantastic as part of our holiday collection, our gift-giving collection for Christmas. So this is going to be part of that. I will do a video that includes everything that I had in mind for our Christmas collection and kind of go over everything, but this is going to be a part of that, as well as a few other things that we have already canned up and made. So this recipe is found in the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving, and oddly enough, the way I found it is listed underneath the praline syrup that we did last month. And like I said, Ball is calling it spiced honey. It has just very few ingredients, and it's so simple to do. It's a lemon, cloves, some cinnamon sticks, and honey. Can't get any simpler than that. And one of their recommendations for using it was to add a few drops to hot tea. So it was right up my alley. And like I said, all the other reasons I listed that would be great to have on your shelf. And I'm going to put together a really nice gift basket including this as part of our holiday collection. So anyway, it's fast and furious to do and really simple. So you're going to want to start by making sure your canner is ready. You can water bath or steam can this. I'm going to be steam canning. If you've hung around my channel much, you know that I love steam canning. So that's how I'm going to be processing mine, but you process yours either water bath or steam canning, whatever works for you. All we have to do is cut one lemon in 6 slices. We're going to get rid of the ends, and then we're going to slice our lemon into 6 even slices. We're going to stud each slice with a whole clove. Then we're going to throw in some cinnamon sticks with our honey and the lemon slices. Bring them up to a very low boil, let them boil for 2 minutes, and then we're ready for processing. You don't need to process it very long. It's processed for 10 minutes, which leads me to my next point. We do not need to pre-sterilize jars or lids. If you process for 10 minutes or more, it's not necessary to do that. So all you have to do is wash your jars and your lids, and make sure you keep your jars hot in hot water. I've washed my lids and sat them aside. So I do, in my canner, I do have it prepared. I have 3 quarts of water in the bottom of my canner with my rack, and that is heating up so that it is ready to go. As far as jars go, you're going to want to put this in an 8-ounce jelly jar. It does say it makes about 3 jelly jars according to Ball. So you may want to double this recipe if you want more than that. I'm just going to process the 3 jars just for the sake of today's video, just to show you how you do it. I'm going to be using these jars. These are by Kerr. And the reason I chose these is because they're clear, for one thing, so you're going to be able to see how pretty the lemon slices are in your infused honey. And they're wide mouth, even though they just hold a cup, they're wide mouth. So I know that my lemon slices will fit in there really nicely. The other jar that I would recommend is this little guy here. It's also an 8-ounce jar, and it's also wide mouth, so your slices would fit in there really well also. So those are the 2 jars I recommend. Technically you can use any jelly jar. It just may be harder to get your lemon slices to fit in there in a regular, like the quilted jelly jar. So these are gonna be what I'm gonna use. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna bring in close to show you how I'm going to slice up the lemon, stud it, and then we're gonna get it on the stove and get it up to a very low boil. Okay guys, here we go. According to the instructions, we are going to cut off each end. And then we're going to cut our lemon into 6 even slices. So I'm going to just cut it down the center. And then just cut each half into thirds. So make sure you have a nice sharp knife. Smells good already. Okay, so now the instructions are to stud each slice with 2 cloves. So I have some whole cloves here, and we're just going to take those. Studding means just sticking it in the peel. I found the easiest way to do this is to take the tip of a paring knife and just make a little pocket for your clove. I found that they were starting to break just by trying to push them through the peel. So see, it goes in a lot easier if you make a little pocket for it. There. That works better, I think. And we also need 3 cinnamon sticks about 4 inches long. And then we need 2 2/3 cups of liquid honey. I'm using an organic raw unfiltered honey, but use whatever appeals to you. You can use clover, wildflower, whatever kind of honey that you enjoy. Okay, once you have everything in there, then we're just gonna go ahead and turn on our heat to about a medium. We're gonna bring it up to a low boil, boil it for 2 minutes, and then we're ready to fill our jars. Okay guys, here we go. I have 3 hot jars. Make sure your jars are hot. To each jar, we are going to add 2 slices of lemon. And 1 of the cinnamon sticks. And then all we need to do is ladle in our honey. We need 1/4 inch headspace. Okay, I've ladled in my honey to 1/4 inch headspace. Now I'm going to take a paper towel. Well, actually, there's really nothing to debubble, but because it's pretty liquidy, but it's always a good idea to poke around your jar a little bit. Make sure there aren't any air bubbles in there. And if I did have a tiny bit left. If your headspace changes, you can adjust it. But it looks pretty good except for that 1 jar. Okay, then take a paper towel dipped in white vinegar. Honey is very sticky, so you're going to want to be really diligent about cleaning your rims here. We don't want anything to interfere with a good seal. And then we're going to place our lids. And add our rings to fingertip tight. Okay, in the canner they go. once your jars are in your canner, you can go ahead and add your lid. Crank up your heat to high. If you are water bath canning, you want to make sure that you have enough water in your canner to cover your jars by 1 to 2 inches. If you're steam canning, make sure you have the appropriate amount of water in your canner. When you are ready to start canning, in water bath canning, your water needs to be at a full rolling boil. For steam canning, I have a dial gauge on my lid that tells me when I'm in my green zone and ready to start timing. So when we get there, I will bring you back. Okay guys, once you are up to temperature, meaning if you are water bath canning, you are up to a full rolling boil, or you are in your green zone if you have a steam canner with the dial gauge, you can start your processing time. We are processing for 10 minutes. The other thing that we need to do is you don't want it boiling too vigorously throughout the process, either with steam canning or water bath canning, so you need to adjust your heat just to maintain being inside of your green zone if you're steam canning, or just to maintain a rolling boil. If there is water spitting out from your lid and your lid's doing a lot of jiggling, your heat is up way too high, so we don't want that. So just gently reduce your heat until you get to a temperature where you can just maintain. Process for 10 minutes and then I'll bring you back. Okay guys, we are all done. I processed for 10 minutes, turned off my heat, and then I let everything sit in my canner for about 5 minutes to cool a little bit. I just want to show you how pretty our infused honey is. It's kind of hard to see the lemon and the cinnamon stick. They've kind of floated. Shouldn't tilt your jars. Don't do that. Don't tilt your jars. They've floated to the top, but look how pretty. So pretty. And this is going to be great for the upcoming winter cold and flu season, or if you're just a tea lover. I also know that honey is great as a cough suppressant, especially with the lemon and the clove. So it's going to be great to have on hand for that as well. Again, I'm not a medical professional in any way, just a mom. And anyway, I know that works well. So lots of great uses for this. You could also drizzle it over cake or over ice cream. You could drizzle it in yogurt, in oatmeal. Lots of great uses, and it's really, really healthy for you. So I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me today, guys. I always enjoy sharing my canning adventures with you. Please feel free to leave me a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time. I have lots more planned for our holiday gifting.